Okay guys, welcome back. So my last video we talked on nail disorders. This one we're going to talk about skin and its disorders. Now as a nail tech we must have a basic understanding of the skin, its disorders to serve our clients. So the function of skin is to protect, it's to prevent fluid loss, to respond to external stimulation, heat regulation, secretion, excretion, absorption and perspiration. Now we all know that the skin is made in layers, and a basic we have, so if I went really quickly and drew this. Okay, so this is to stimulate the hair shaft. So if we were looking at here, in here, this would be the epidermis, then the dermis is the next structure down, then we have our subcutaneous tissue, this is a part of the hair follicle, that's the pelvis, and then under here we have so about here we have oil glands, and over here it looks like squiggly lines, that would be your sweat glands. So that is a very, very quick, very basic look and a really bad drawing. Okay, so the dermis, also called cuticle or scarf skin, is the outermost protective covering of the skin in quick terms, but it is imperative that we know what this is. Like the dermis, we all know is the deeper layers of skin, or called true skin. Blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, nerves, sweat glands, oil glands are all contained in this layer. An elastic layer made up of collagen. The dermis contains three separate layers: the primordial, the rectorial, and the subcutaneous. The skin is nourished by blood vessels and lymphatics. About 1.5 to 2/3 of total blood supply of the body is distributed to the skin. The blood and lymphatic system essentially nourish growth and repair hair and nails. Subcutaneous layer of the skin contains arteries, phylatic systems, and small branches provided to nourish the hair, follicles, glands, etc. A nerve of the skin is made of a cord-like fibre, sends messages from the body to the central nervous system, which we all know where that leads to. But I'll remind you, it consists of the brain and the spinal cord. The skin contains surface endings of many fibres. Okay. So then we can talk about glands. The skin contains two different types of duct glands that are there, and we have your sweat gland, you have your sebaceous, which is your oil glands. So we need to know all of this. Then you can talk about the elasticity tissue in the pituitary layer of the dermis. It gives skin its ability to return to its original shape after it's been stretched. So let's move on to the skin disorders. That is the quickest rundown I've ever talked about. As a nail technician, you need to learn about skin disorders so you can decide whether it's safe or appropriate to work on a client. The golden rule is the skin disorder, if that area of skin to be worked on is infected, inflamed, broken or raised, a nail technician should not service the client. So again, because I talked about this in the last video, the client should be referred to a dermatologist. Inflamed skin is red and sore and swollen. Inflamed skin is not the same as infected skin. Infected skin there'll be evidence of pus. Broken skin occurs when the dermis is cut or torn, exposing the deep layers of skin. Raised skin is symptom of various variations of skin conditions, sometimes in which are lesions. If skin is raised at all, do not work on it. That magic D word, doctor. So let's talk about some of the skin lesions we can have. There's a bulla, a blister containing watery fluid. A crust is an accumulation of serum or pus mixture with dermis flakes. For an example, a crust is a scab on a sore. A cyst is a semi-solid or fluid lump above the skin surface. Then you have a sore and abrasion caused by itching or scraping. A fissure, which is a crack in the skin that penetrates to the dermis. Chapped hands or lips are an example. Then you can have small discolored patches or spots. I'll be back.